This is in-depth study of the Christ, the propitiation, the begotten Son, the Lord, the Judge, the Ruler, the Standard, the Messiah, Yeshua HaMashiach, the One, the true Jesus Christ. Here on Understanding the Bible Radio. On-screen study, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, on-screen undeniable facts of Scripture.
Yes, Understanding the Bible Radio again. Yes, again. I can't, but can you believe it? Again, we're back with live study going into Genesis 31, seeing the 12 tribes being born from Jacob. We're seeing it. We're seeing it. We're seeing it. He even got 5 wives now, and 4 or 5 women say, "Go into my handmaiden. I can't get no more kids. Go into my handmaiden and get them." Now he wifes them. And he getting more kids. Got 10 sons right now and 1 daughter. He's got 11 children, but the 10 men are the tribes. Okay, that's the way God does it. You know, it's not. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Okay, I wasn't there when it happened. Okay, I wasn't there when the mandate was made about the man-child, okay, from God. So don't get mad at me. But we're back. We're back. Rissa's back. Thank you, Rissa, for stopping back again. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hit the like button. Everybody hit your like button on the Facebook. Hit your thumbs up on the YouTube, please. Hit the thumbs up. Say hello. I am here on the chat and on the comments. I'm here looking and waiting for you to interact with me. Okay, live study, no tithing, no seed sowing, no ads, none of that. Everything's paid for. You don't need to get any money over here to me at all. Period. No donations. All right. So we're back. We're back. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the love there, Rissa. Appreciate it. We're back. We're going into Genesis 31 now to see what happens. Now he got Laban saying, "Hey," he said, "Hey, I want to move. I want to get out of here, man. I want to leave." He says, "Well, hey, man, you got a lot. Well, I ain't got much. What you gonna do for me? What you gonna do?" And Jacob starts to hook him up with the increase of his cattle and manservants and maids and things of that nature. Okay. So let's go in through 31 and see about the other sons, the other tribes being born, and what else happens. So let's see it. "And he heard the words of Laban's son, saying, Jacob hath taken away all that was our father's, and of that which was our father's hath he gotten all this glory. And Jacob beheld the countenance of Laban, and behold, it was not toward him as before. And the Lord said unto Jacob, Return unto the land of thy fathers and to thy kindred, and I will be with thee. And Jacob sent and called Rachel and Leah to the field unto his flock, and said unto them, I see your father's countenance, that it is not toward me as before, but the God of my father hath been with me. And ye know that with all my power I have served your father, and your father hath deceived me and changed my wages 10 times. Wow. But God suffered him not to hurt me. If he said thus, the speckled shall be thy wages, and all the cattle bear speckled. And if he said thus, the ring straked shall be thy hire, then bear all the cattle ring straked. Thus God hath taken away the cattle of your father and given them to me. And it came to pass at the time that the cattle conceived, that I lifted up mine eyes, and when I saw a dream, and behold, the rams which leaped upon the cattle were ring-straked, speckled, and gristled. And the angel of God spake unto me in a dream, saying, Jacob, as I said, here I am. And he said, Lift up now thine eyes, and see, all the rams which leap upon the cattle are ring-straked, speckled, and gristled. For I have seen all that Laban doeth unto thee. I am the God of Bethel, where thou anointest the pillar, and where thou vowedest a vow unto me. Now arise, get thee out from this land, and return unto the land of thy kindred, And Rachel and Leah answered and said unto him, Is there yet any portion or inheritance for us in our father's house, and we not counted of him strangers? For he hath sold us, and hath quite devoured also our money. For all the riches which God hath taken from our fathers, that is ours and our children's. Now then, whatsoever hath said unto thee, whatsoever God hath said unto thee, do. Then Jacob rose up and set his sons and his wives upon camels, and he carried away all his cattle and all his goods which he had gotten, the cattle of his getting, which he had gotten in Padanaram, for to go to Isaac his father in the land of Canaan. And Laban went to shear his sheep, and Rachel had stolen the images that were her father's. And Jacob stole away unawares to Laban the Syrian, one of the two, in that he told him not that he fled. So he fled with all that he had, and rose up and passed over the river, and set his face toward the mount of Gilead. And it was told Laban on the third day that Jacob was fled. And he took his brethren with him, and pursued after him 7 days' journey. And they overtook him in the mount of Gilead. Okay. And God came to Laban the Syrian in a dream by night, and said unto him, Take heed that thou speak not to Jacob, either good or bad. Then Laban overtook Jacob. Now Jacob had pitched his tent in the mount, and Laban with his brethren pitched in the mount of Gilead. And Laban said to Jacob, What hast thou done, that thou hast stolen away unawares to me, and carried away my daughters as captives? Oh, he stole the daughters too. Now look at this. Taken with the sword, by force, okay? Wherefore didst thou flee away secretly, and steal away from me, and didst not tell me, that I might have sent thee away with mirth, and with songs, and tabret, and with harp, sing, have a celebration for you, a going away party. And hast not suffered me to kiss my sons and my daughters, thou hast now done foolishly in so doing. It is in the power of my hand to do you hurt. But the God of your fathers spake unto me yesternight, saying, Take thou heed that thou speak not to Jacob, either good or bad. And now, though thou wouldest needs be gone, because thou sore longest after thy father's house, yet wherefore hast thou stolen my goods? And Jacob answered and said unto him, Laban, because I was afraid, for I said, Peradventure, thou wouldest take by force thy daughters from me. One moment. And, let's see, with whomsoever thou findest thy goods, let him not live. Before our brethren discern thou what is thine with me. Take it to thee. For Jacob knew not that Rachel had stolen them. And Laban went into Jacob's tent, and into Leah's tent, and into two maidservants' tents, but he found them not. Then he went out of Leah's tent and entered into Rachel's tent. Now Rachel had taken the images and put them in the camel's furniture, and sat upon them. And Laban searched all the tent, but found them not. She's sitting on them on the camel. And she said to her father, Let it not displease my lord, that I cannot rise up before thee, for the custom of women is upon me. And he searched, but found not the images. And Jacob was wroth, and chode with Laban. And Laban answered and said unto Jacob answered and said unto Laban, What is my trespass? What is my sin, that thou hast so hotly pursued after me? Whereas thou hast searched all my stuff. Stuff is in the Bible. Wow. What hast thou found of all thy household stuff? Set it here before my brethren and thy brethren, that they may judge betwixt us both. This 20 years have I been with thee. Thy ewes and thy she-goats have not cast their young, and the rams of thy flock have I not eaten. That which was torn of beast I brought not unto thee. I bear the loss of it. Of my hand didst thou require it, whether stolen by day or stolen by night. Thus I was in the day, the drought consumed me, and the frost by night, and my sleep departed from mine eyes. Thus have I been 20 years in thy house. I served thee 14 years for thy 2 daughters, and 6 years for thy cattle, and thou hast changed my wages 10 times. I done went through all of this. You done me wrong on the money. I ain't took nothing from you. I done been out in the cold, and I done been out in the drought, and I still stayed with you, Laban. What's going on? Except the God of my father, the God of Abraham, and the fear of Isaac, and had been with me. Surely thou hast sent me away now empty. God has seen mine affliction and the labor of my hands, and rebuked thee yesternight. And Laban answered and said unto Jacob, These daughters are my daughters, and these children are my children, and these cattle are my cattle, and all that thou seest is mine. And what can I do this day unto these my daughters, or unto their children which they have borne? Now, therefore, come thou, let us make a covenant, and I and thou, and let it be for a witness between me and thee. And Jacob took a stone and set it up for a pillar. And Jacob said unto his brethren, Gather stones. And they took stones and made a heap, but they did not eat there upon the heap. And Laban called it Jegar-Sahadutha. Jegar-Sahadutha. Okay, I'm trying. But Jacob called it Gilead. Okay. I'm sorry, Gilead. Galeed. All right, Galeed. And Laban said, This heap is a witness between me and thee this day. Therefore was the name of it called Galeed. And Mizpah, for he said, The Lord watch between me and thee when we are absent from one another. Now you see where we get that from in the churches. You see that? May the Lord watch between me and thee when we are absent from one another. Oh my gosh. If thou shalt afflict my daughters, or if thou shalt take other wives beside my daughters, no man is with us. See, God is witness betwixt me and thee. And Laban said to Jacob, Behold this heap, and behold this pillar, which I have cast betwixt me and thee. This heap be witness, and this pillar be witness, that I will not pass over this heap to thee, and that thou shalt not pass over this heap and this pillar unto me for harm. Okay. The God of Abraham and the God of Nahor, the God of their father, judge betwixt us. And Jacob sware by the fear of his father Isaac. Then Jacob offered sacrifice upon the mount, and called his brethren to eat bread. And they did eat bread, and tarried all night in the mount. And early in the morning Laban rose up and kissed his sons and his daughters, and blessed them. And Laban departed and returned unto his palace. So we squashed it. We squashed it all. He didn't find his images that his daughter stole. She was sitting on them. And so therefore he, the Lord even steps in and tells him, don't do nothing to him. Don't do nothing good or bad. Don't say anything good or bad. Don't do nothing to him. So he humbles himself, and he doesn't do anything. He doesn't do anything. But I do see also that he was saying, hey, the thing what he did with the calves and the cattle and all that with the speckle and all that stuff, he couldn't help it that, hey, I'm supposed to take all the gristled, speckled, ring-strated calves or ring-strangled or whatever that is. What is that? Let's see what that is. Ring-straked. Let's see what that is.
Strong's H 6124. Akod.
Our English will translate it as streaked or striped calf, or goats or rams, whatever it was. Okay, straighted, banded animals with coats with colors in them. Streaks and stripes and that kind of stuff. So there you go, ring straked. So he tried, but he just I guess Laban was trying to swindle him and tell him, well, all the ones that's got no streaks, spotted, speckled, none of that, and they're all plain colored, those will be mine. And you take all the ones that are colored or speckled or whatever, you take those. And then when he went and tried to get them to breed and make more so that Laban can have more so he could leave, it didn't come out that way. So he took more. He took the ones he said, just like he said. So now if you remember, Laban swindled him on marrying Rachel. Got him to marry Leah first. And when he did that, I guess the Lord was watching that. So, okay, we'll get you back. No problem. We'll get you back. So I'm just saying, I'm just paraphrasing. And so Laban wasn't a really a good guy. He was a swindler, a hustler, kind of like his mom, hustling, hustled him to get the blessing from his father Isaac, and knowing it should have went to Esau. But anyway, there you go. So we're coming back with Genesis 32, going through them. Yeah, this is interesting. See how this is being done. We got 10 sons, so we're missing 2. So we're going to see when those other 2 come, because they didn't come in 31. So we got 10 tribes. We're looking for 2 more. Okay, so I'll see you in a few minutes. I'm coming back 4:00 with the Genesis 32, and post up your comments. Hit the like button, hit the thumbs up, all that good stuff. Rissa, thank you for hanging out with me. Appreciate it. Believe me, I truly do. It's so nice to see you. So nice to see you here. All right, so like it, share it. It's totally up to you guys. Subscribe on the YouTube. Hit the bell notification so you can see when the next studies are coming, when they're being aired. I hope to see you guys soon. This is totally free. Understanding the Bible Radio.
Please allow us to extend our deepest thanks, our humblest appreciation, our greatest gratitude for your fellowship here with us, sharing the letter of the gospel, the ancient definitions of Scripture. This is Understanding the Bible.